Can 4 emperors together defeat the world government? Is that even possible? Or even if all 4 Yonko unite against the world government, is the government still stronger than them? To find the answer to this question, I have divided the world government into 5 levels, and with each level, new forces will be included, and their power will increase massively at every stage. So let us start with the Straw Hats, and if this crew alone cannot clear a level, then another Yonko crew will be added. At level 1, the world government has 200,000 Marine foot soldiers. The reason for 200,000 is that during the Marineford War, the Marines had 100,000 soldiers only for Whitebeard pirates and their allies. But this time, the government does not have to worry about other Yonko because all of them are coming to fight, so they will bring their full force. So can the Straw Hats defeat 200,000 Marine soldiers? The answer is yes, because when Luffy did not even know the H of hockey, he was defeating thousands of Marines alone at Enies lobby, and this time he will almost knock out nearly all the Marines alone using Conqueror's Haki, and whoever remains will be handled by the rest of the Straw Hats. So level 1 is cleared very easily by the Straw Hats. Now at level 2, along with Marine soldiers, the Vice Admirals will also come, and as much as One Piece fans think Vice Admirals are weak, they are not that weak, because all Vice Admirals know basic armament and observation haki, and there is one person we absolutely cannot forget, and that is Monkey D. Luffy's father's father, Monkey D. Garp. As soon as the fight starts, Luffy will have to focus on his grandpa, because among the Straw Hats, he is the only one who can defeat Garp. Zoro and Sanji can stall Garp for some time, but in the end, they cannot stand against him. Among the Vice Admirals, apart from Garp, there are strong fighters like Smoker, even though he is on a losing streak like CSK, but do not forget Tokikake and Gion, who were so powerful that they were candidates for Admiral before Green Bull and Fujitora. Here the Straw Hats will have to use their full strength to win this war. Nami will have to use Zeus at full power. Usopp must become a brave warrior, and Chopper must control his monster point. But here the Straw Hat Pirates will defeat level 2 of the world government, because for now they only have one heavy hitter, Garp, while the Straw Hats have Luffy along with his wings, Zoro and Sanji. Now at level 3 on the world government side, there are 200,000 foot soldiers, all Vice Admirals, and now the Admirals as well with the Fleet Admiral. Here the Straw Hat Pirates have no chance of winning. Now you can understand why the Marineford battle was so one-sided, because here Luffy will fight the Fleet Admiral and there is no guarantee he will win, and Zoro and Sanji can only handle the Admirals for some time, while the rest of the Straw Hats will be defeated quickly. So the Straw Hat Pirates' journey ends here. But what if another Yonko comes to fight the world government? Now along with the Straw Hats, we have Cross Guild, but even here it does not seem that the Emperors can complete this level, because except Mihawk, only Crocodile and Daz Bones are strong fighters in Cross Guild, and the rest can only manage Vice Captains and foot soldiers. Zoro, Sanji, and Crocodile can only stall Admirals, and only Luffy and Mihawk are powerful enough to defeat an Admiral. But then characters like Garp and Smoker can easily defeat the remaining Straw Hat and Cross Guild members and come to help in defeating Mihawk and Luffy. So even with 2 Yonko, level 3 of the world government cannot be defeated. Now the Blackbeard pirates enter and the real war begins. This is the first Yonko crew that clearly has 2 admiral level characters, because one of them was himself an admiral and Blackbeard already is. But do not underestimate the rest of the Blackbeard pirates, even though they were taking heavy hits from Garp. So the matchups look something like this: Admiral versus Admiral, Akainu versus Luffy, Blackbeard versus an Admiral, and Mihawk versus an Admiral. Now the Admirals are taken down, and what remain are the Vice Admirals, where the important person is Garp. The rest of the Blackbeard pirates will defeat Garp here, and if you think Garp will overpower the Blackbeard pirates, then include Zoro as well against Garp. So level 3 is cleared after 3 emperors join together. Now comes level 4 of the world government. The Celestial Dragons will send their personal attackers like CP0 members and the Seraphims of all 7 original warlords. Here it will be a fierce clash, but there is a higher chance that the world government side wins, because to handle CP0, the Blackbeard or Straw Hat Pirates will have to dedicate almost their entire crews except the captains. If the Straw Hat Pirates fight CP0, they will clearly win, because Zoro already defeated Lucci before, and Sanji can handle Kaku, and Kaku will fall easily against Sanji. But the bigger problem is the Seraphims, because they have the Warlord's Devil Fruit powers, along with Lunarian abilities like King had, and you cannot leave them to Robin, Nami, Frankie, or Chopper, because they will lose easily. So this matchup is very very close, but this round goes to level 4 World Government. Now the last Emperor crew enters, and that is the Red Hair Pirates. Without any doubt, the Red Hair Pirates are the most balanced and powerful crew, and now the matchups become easier because all Yonko will each defeat one Admiral, and the rest of the Red Hair Pirates can easily handle the Seraphim because at Admiral level there is Ben Beckman, and at First Commander level there are Lucky Roo and Yasop. CP0 will be defeated by the Straw Hats, and Garp will be defeated easily by the rest of the Blackbeard Pirates and Aokiji. So level 4 of the World Government is cleared. Now comes the final level with 5-star difficulty. Here the World Government's full military power is present, including 200,000-foot soldiers, multiple Vice Admirals, 3 Admirals along with the Fleet Admiral, CP0 agents and the Seraphims, and finally the Celestial Dragons themselves, including the God Knights, the 5 Elders, and the final boss, the ruler of the world, Imu-sama. This is the absolute peak of the World Government's power. The biggest problem here is that the World Government side has too many heavy hitters at the same time. There are 4 Admirals who must be handled by characters like Ben Beckman, Zoro, Sanji, and Aokiji, and even then it is extremely difficult because Admirals are monsters in battle. In this scenario, both Zoro and Sanji are most likely going to lose after a long fight, and when that happens, the balance of the battle shifts instantly. For the 4 Yonko, the 5 Elders, and the God Knights alone are already a massive challenge because in Elbaf we are starting to see just how powerful these characters actually are. So in this situation it becomes very clear that the World Government has the advantage, and the winner of this level would most likely be the World Government. But some people may say that I have made the Yonko too weak in this video, so let us take another scenario where the Yonko are given an even better situation. Imagine that, except Luffy, Shanks, Blackbeard, and Mihawk, everyone else is already busy in other fights because they have to face the God Knights. Characters like Shamrock are already present there, and abilities like Killingham's alone could handle an entire Yonko crew if they are not careful. Then there are the Seraphims, who combine the powers of the former warlords with Lunarian durability, and after that there is CP0 waiting as well. When only the Yonko remain, the World Government can simply match them with their strongest fighters. To defeat one Yonko, one Admiral together with one Elder is already enough pressure, so against the 4 Emperors, the government can send one Admiral and one Elder for each of them. In that situation, the advantage once again goes to the World Government. But let us make the Yonko even stronger just for the sake of the argument. Imagine that each Yonko only has to fight one Admiral while the Elders handle the rest of the pressure. We could put 2 Admirals against Shanks, because some Shanks fans may argue that he could defeat one Admiral and 2 Elders at the same time, which realistically is extremely unlikely. Even then, one Emperor would still remain free for a moment, and in that case, the final boss of the entire world, Imu himself, could step in to deal with that last Emperor personally. So what does all of this tell us? It tells us that if the World Government, meaning the Celestial Dragons, truly wanted to, they could defeat the Yonko and their alliances whenever they chose. The only reason it has not happened yet is because revealing that level of power would expose too many secrets. The 5 Elders would have to show their true forms, and Imu would have to appear before the entire world, something they clearly want to avoid. However, we still have not included 2 massive factors in this entire equation. The first is the ancient weapons, which have the power to change the balance of the world instantly. The second is the Revolutionary Army, which is directly opposing the Celestial Dragons. And when it comes to the Marines themselves, only a few characters like Admiral Green Bull and some vice captains seem completely loyal to the Celestial Dragons. Others like Garp and Fujitora already show signs that they might not stay on the government's side forever. That is why the final war in One Piece will be completely different from anything we have seen before. Oda Sensei himself said that the final war will make the Marineford battle look small in comparison. If that really happens, then the scale of that war will be absolutely insane, and watching all these legendary characters clash on the same battlefield will be one of the most exciting moments in the entire story. If you enjoyed this video, then like the video and subscribe to the channel, and do not forget to press the notification bell. I will see you in the next video.